Hey everybody, are you looking for a pregame show that will give you coverage of both Philadelphia Flyers, Reading Royals, and Lehigh Valley Phantoms? Well, you come to the right place. And I want to come in here and remind you to check out the orange, black, and purple pregame report. Whenever the Flyers, Phantoms, and Royals are playing on the same night, I will have a pregame show dedicated to all three teams. And that pregame show is the orange, black, and purple pregame report, giving you in-depth pregame coverage of the Philadelphia Flyers, the Lehigh Valley Phantoms, and the Reading Royals. So check out the Orange and Black recap, available every game day on the Flyers, Phantoms, and Royals all play on the same day.
They think I'm out of my mind. One chance, we own. Take another look, you know that we gone. Came from the ground and we crawling up. You can feel it in your fist when you boiling up. The sky turns black, it don't matter. We know the sun is coming up. We were born to run.
Hey everybody, it's me, Timmy Flyersguy, and welcome to this week's edition of Classic Flyers Theater. I'm your host, Timmy Flyersguy. In today's episode, we're going to take a look back at one of the toughest Flyers fighters, Bob the Hound Kelly. I had the privilege of meeting Bob the Hound Kelly at a couple Flyers carnivals. And let me tell you, he's a pretty nice guy when you meet him. But back then, he was one of the toughest fighters of all time. And one of the baddest members of the Broad Street Bullies. So in this week's edition, we're going to take a look at Bob the Hound Kelly. Let's roll the footage.
Kelly slashing, banging at Vadnais. Oh, just looking for the fight, and Kelly moves right in on him. And here they go, and Vadnais doing a good job. But Kelly, our tiger, and Kelly just looking for a fight. You can see that. Here's Vadnais doing well against Bob Kelly.
And Wilson, got a fight. It's Brian Sutter and Bob Kelly, and they came together, and Sutter hasn't even thrown a punch yet. Kelly's thrown about 7 or 8 right hands, and Sutter's trying to get his right hand free, but Kelly had a pretty good hold of him. They're now just wrestling and fighting near the boards. And the linesmen, remember, will not get in there until either the players tire out or fall to the ice. Now they're starting to slow down, and the linesmen will be getting in there very quickly. Bob Hodges and Matt Pavlich. But it appeared to be an innocent play as Sutter just took out Kelly along the boards. They stood and held on to each other for a while, and then they started to throw punches with Kelly probably getting the edge.
While we find out what the penalty calls are, 4:19 remain in the first period.
Each will get 5 minutes for fighting as Kelly really hit Sutter with about 5 or 6 good right hands before Sutter could even get his right arm loose. Sutter should have got 5 for receiving.
Sutter already.
15:41 at the time.
And a beautiful left wing corner where O'Brien takes it on the carry, stolen by Bob Kelly. Tries to dump it at the net. Watts comes back, and now we've got O'Brien and Bob Kelly.
Well, that started in the first period, Gene, as O'Brien and Kelly have been going at each other throughout the game, and it's the first fight we've had. Kelly
getting very upset with O'Brien and the way he's been holding on to him and clutching and grabbing at him. Just grabbed at O'Brien and just started throwing punches before O'Brien even knew that he was in a fight. O'Brien didn't even get his gloves off. He got one off and a stick down, and Kelly just threw about 8 or 9 punches to the head of O'Brien. Now O'Brien's pointing to his back, saying that Kelly's a backstabber. But it all started way at the very first period when O'Brien and Kelly mixed it up behind goaltender Jerry Cheevers, and Kelly is really upset. This is the maddest I've seen the Hound in a couple of years, and we'll have to wait and see what penalties Ron Wicks is going to call when we come back from this message. Up the ice with a puck. Kelly stole it from behind, and O'Brien's stick came up high on Kelly, and then they both collided with each other, and that's when Kelly dropped his gloves and started throwing punches to Dennis O'Brien.
And Dudley, of course, was the madman last year in the National Lacrosse League, and he's got a tough opponent there. And there they go. There they go. Left and right, they're up. Another left by Kelly, a right by Dudley, a left and a right by Kelly. Lefts and rights, they're just humming it away at each other. Down goes Kelly again with Dudley on top. And Kelly is grabbed and Dudley puts him down. Now we've got Harris and Ramsey having a little go just to their left. And now they tie up against the glass, and that was a good one. Harris and Ramsey and now Kelly have been separated by the two linesmen. And good enough with loose at center ice. Now they've been separated. So we're going to have a series of major penalties. The first 5-minute majors for fighting in the set. We played through 3 games in this period, 10 periods with only 1 misconduct. And Dudley is full of blood, and I don't know whether it's his own or whether it's Bob Kelly's. But the whole left side of his shirt is covered with blood. And we'll see in a moment. And it looks like Dudley was the one that was cut badly. Let's see. Schultz is looking at Kelly in the box. Kelly puts the up to his nose. There's a lot of blood there, and I don't know to whom it belongs.
At center ice, don't go away. Everybody gathering as Bob Kelly is being pushed by Hangsleben. He grabs a hold of the capped defenseman. Everybody coming over, including the spare goaltenders, Pete Peters and Raleigh Boutin. We've got a lot of problem here. Now we've got some punches thrown. We have a chance for a major eruption. And I know we're going to have more penalties, and it's Paul Holmgren really going at somebody. Bouchard is grabbed by McIllargey, and now we've got disorder. And I can't see who it was in there. It might be Mike Kazicki. All we saw was a 0, and it might be a 2-0. And that's who I think it was. Now Sharon is in there. McIllargey has his shirt stretched. Bobby Clark is being grabbed, and in turn grabs Gustafsson. It is Picard out there, as Bob Kelly now has Alan Hangsleben by the shirt. Hangsleben just coming here. Thrown on the near side by Picard against McIllargey. And now Mel Bridgman whacks Picard. And the Flyer, another shot by Picard, by Bridgman. And the linesman can't hold him off. And Bridgman with a big advantage. Really tears into the cap defenseman. And right now the officials are having difficulty containing the players. As back out on the left side, away from all of the trouble, McLeish is battling. But all of this action occurring just inside the Philadelphia. Picard will leave. But I think the Flyers, again, might find themselves the recipient of more time than Washington. And now Picard, as if to say, go home. He skates off. And now the Flyers have to learn how much damage is going to be imposed on Paul Holmgren and Mel Bridgman, who appeared to be the chief participants for Philadelphia. Bobby Clark over there. The 2 goaltenders make a picture. And we had a face-off with just 3 seconds remaining in the period inside the Philadelphia line. Gloves in the Flyer zone. And the players are punched behind his own net by Paul Mulvey. They went at it. Wilson was the recipient of a roughing, cross-checking, fighting, misconduct, and game misconduct call. 5 penalties for 29 minutes, as everything seems